Don't forget to check us out on Patreon, where you'll receive exclusive content to videos that are not available on YouTube. And for those of you that like the one video instead of the 2 video format, you get that as well.
Bam.
For $1.
Bam.
It's $1 a month.
Yep. I think we're cooler than a bag of Cheetos.
You can't even get that for $1.
Hey, that's true. Not hot Cheetos, though. Only like regular Cheetos.
So check us out on Patreon, guys. We hope to see you there. What's up, guys? Your boys are back. Alice in Chains Marathon. Keep it going.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
Ryan, my man, George.
Shane, guys, how you living out there? Free thinkers, what's going on?
Yeah, man. So I'm waiting to not like a song by Alice in Chains, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you know what? That's seriously, they are dope. But my thing about it is we kind of went with bands that we felt it was a good chance that we were just going to thoroughly enjoy everything by them. For a reason. You know what I mean? It's a tough time for everyone. Everyone's quarantined now, man. So we wanted to just have a good time. Granted, we got to keep it real. But at the end of the day, if we're being honest, we know that you guys love seeing us enjoy the music. So we just wanted to spread good vibes and get bands that we knew that were going to knock it out the park. And we have not been disappointed. So this time around, we're going to do Down in the Hole. This is another huge request on Patreon.
Another song off the Dirt album.
And Dirt again.
Yeah, man. So this
that
is
1992 juggernaut of an album that they dropped.
It's crazy.
Guys, we can promise you that this wasn't really supposed to be a Dirt marathon for Alice in Chains. It was supposed to be just an Alice in Chains marathon, not the Dirt. Even though we had a lot of people request for us to just finish that Dirt album, it was really supposed to just be anything from Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So just keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Request songs off of Jar of Flies, Facelift, all the other albums, the new stuff. Feel free to do that as well in the comments. We'll be looking.
Yeah, man.
Let's get into this one though, man. Alice in Chains, Down in the Hole.
Okay, all right.
So first and foremost, I hate to stop it right there, guys, but first and foremost, what I'm getting, because obviously this is more of a minimalistic, I don't know, sort of like a ballad type of feel to it so far to me. But it made me hone in on the lyrics, right? Because of that, right?
Yep.
Just how beautifully this was written. Bury me softly in this womb. I give this part of me for you. Sand rains down, and here I sit, holding rare flowers in a tomb. So it gives me this incredible visuals, what I'm noticing right now. I just wanted to stop it, let y'all know that lyrically, because I feel like we've been slacking on the lyrics a little bit.
Yeah, we've been jamming out.
Yeah, we've been jamming out. Ain't really been digging into the lyrics. I just wanted to point that out, though. So let's start that back up. Unless Ryan has something.
No, let's keep it. You know, I'm gonna keep it rocking.
Okay. Let's start it back up. feel him. No, I really feel his sadness, his agony in this. Is the depression. I feel it.
You know, George, man, I don't know if you saw me laughing, man, in the middle of the song there, man, that chorus, man. And, you know, it wasn't necessarily the chorus per se this time. And I know that everybody's like, really? Yeah, really. It was more so when it changed into the hard, long, powerful guitar riffs. Mm-hmm. What came to mind to me, I was like, you know, prior to that transition into that hard, powerful, long riffs, I was like, well, this is more like an album cut. You know, I could jam out to it, but it's not something that I'm like really, you know, wilding out over until I heard the guitar come in there with that powerful riff. And I was like, man, you know, they just really have a way of orchestrating their music. I thought about when we did Rain, When I Die. You said something that I totally can pertain to this song, right? And you said that I wish that they would just kind of make 500 songs in a row. When they were in this pocket, they were in a groove that you really can't explain. They should have just banged out as many songs as they could. Yeah. And I kind of feel like, man, with this album, this Dirt album, it's 13 songs on here, which is not like a slew of songs, but I feel like you're right, man. I feel like they could do no wrong. Yeah. No matter what they put together, even if you don't love it, it's still done very well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if I love this song so far, but it's still done well, and I still like, you know what? I could still play this. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
And
I agree, man.
That's kind of what I was thinking the whole time. That's why I was laughing, because I was like, you know what? I was thinking about what you said.
Even when it's not my shit, it's my shit.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Yeah. This to me, the feeling that I got with when those riffs came in that you were talking about, Ryan, it reminded me of when we did. Shout out to Crowbar, man. Shout out to Crowbar. I don't see a lot of requests for Crowbar, but we thoroughly enjoyed. Check this video out. Planets Collide by Crowbar, but how those sludgy riffs, how just the slowness and the thickness and the heaviness of those riffs, how we felt when we heard how I felt when we heard Planets Collide is how I felt right in there. This feels very sludgy to me, and this to me just seems like their fade to black, man. This is their fade to black. This is what it feels like, you know. I'm enjoying it though, because I feel like more so than any other song, I can truly feel. I felt despair throughout this whole album. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But this song, when he says "down in a hole, I don't know if I can be saved. See my heart, I decorated like a grave. You don't understand who they thought I was supposed to be. Look at me now, a man who won't let himself be. You know, feeling so small, losing my soul, like all of these
deep depression,
deep depression that I feel like is being expressed here. I don't think I felt that in any other song to the level that I felt it in this song.
This one's like maybe more heartfelt. What you're saying, like kind of pouring your heart out.
Pouring your heart out. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I'm almost forced now with the how this is a little bit more minimal, a little bit more tame than some of the other offerings. So it's really, but the lyrics are very, very descriptive on where he was at. You know, and his mindset was at during this time. But I do think that because it's not meant to have groove, it's meant for you to fully take it in. Yeah, it's making me feel his pain and his depression, his sorrow that much more, man. So just wanted to point that out, man. I'm enjoying it. Let's keep it going.
I have
man. Yeah, listen, let me clear something up real quick, man. Let me clear something up. You know, there's a lot of like little narratives. I want to say it's a strong
I think I know what
narrative
you're going to say, but go ahead.
about us not really being, fucking with ballads, man. I was just listening to motherfucking Whitney Houston. I have nothing like a G in the whip. You know what I'm saying? And then me and Ryan fuck with the Aerosmith. I don't want to miss a thing. Man. I ain't gonna be on an island right here.
Yeah.
Ryan likes his ballads too, man. Ryan likes his ballads too. My point is, we like it all if it's done well. I think we've shown that. You know what I mean? Go back and go study the game tapes, man. We don't just like upbeat. We don't just like upbeat songs and on hard riffs all the time. We like R&B. We like blues. We like jazz. We like it all. If it's hot, it's hot.
Yep.
So don't try to start these narratives about us as only liking upbeat songs.
No, it's just the songs that they requested at the time. We just didn't like that ballad. So your favorite song that was a ballad that you liked that we didn't like, they started the narrative.
Yeah, so you feel some type of way. You feel some type of way about us not liking the ballad that you like, that you hold close to your heart. So all of a sudden, they don't like ballad. Nah, man, don't do that, man. My point in saying that is that we can appreciate.
This is fire though.
This is a beautiful song.
This is fire.
Let's keep it going, guys.
Down in a hole, losing my soul. I'd like to fly, but my wings have been so
At the same time, man, the harmonization right here is amazing.
Between Jerry,
I don't know if it's Jerry
it is.
and Lane or they're just layering Lane's vocals, but whatever harmonization is going on right in this section is just nasty.
It sounds beautiful in the midst of the beautiful guitar work. Because George and I both said, I don't know if you guys heard us over the music, it's a beautiful mixture of subtlety in the music and hard, sludgy, aggressive, powerful riffs. And I think the marriage, not a lot of people can pull that off, first of all.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah. That's all I have to say on that.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Let's keep it going, guys. Fine wine. I guarantee you this. Hold on, let me let it finish. I guarantee you this. That song in this listening session was growing on me more and more.
Big time.
So I think a second, third listen to that thing,
it's gonna be like, this is out of here.
Yeah, and I still think it's a great song. Yep. But what Jerry was doing at the end with those bluesy sort of that bluesy solo, those fills that he had in there was beautiful, man. I love what he was doing at the end there.
We've said this with other bands, what I'm about to say. We've said that with other bands, man. But the bottom line, man, is this band, it almost seems like they could do no wrong. Yeah. You know what I mean by that? Because when you're in a groove that you really can't explain, it's just almost like you're doing things that may not be the standard. It's maybe a little unorthodox a little bit, but you can do that when you're kind of in a groove, man. I like to give sports analogies, man, and I go back to MJ, man. He did a lot of things that were not necessarily orthodox. Remember the ball palm?
Man, you Clyde Drexler.
Fuck Clyde Drexler. You stuttered, but I know who the fuck you was gonna say. I mean, Clyde Drexler was a Hall of Famer. Don't get me wrong, but nah, Jordan shit all over.
Give somebody up, man. Jordan killed him, man. It's bad enough that he fucking destroyed them, and they could. None of the other greats in that era could ever get a championship. At least give him some shine. Give somebody else some shine from that era, man. Charles Barkley, shout out to him, man. Shout out to motherfucking Clyde Drexler, Karl Malone, man. You know what I mean? They don't get enough love, man.
You're right, man. You're right.
John Stockton.
But the point I'm trying to make, though, man, the bottom line is when you're in a groove, right?
Did you say fuck Clyde Drexler?
The bottom line is when you're in a groove that you really can't explain, I think you could do no wrong. And what I mean by that is just you do things that's unorthodox. Yep. And I think the elements that you mentioned, the blues elements and the long, powerful riffs and going into the subtle riffs and kind of the beautiful chords they were playing within the verses. Yeah. It's very a unique mixture of sounds that I don't know if a lot of people would even venture to do. When you're just rolling like that, I just feel like you could do no wrong, man.
But transitioning back into the lyrics, Ryan, because you had mentioned this when we were listening, and this had impact on me as well when he said, and of course when he said, losing my soul, I'd like to fly, but my wings have been so denied.
Yeah.
And it just speaks to maybe his longing to want to get out of it. He knows, he's aware that he's in this hole, right? This depression, this addiction.
Yep.
But it just seems, it's just this feeling of hopelessness that he has,
He's
right?
unable to do it.
He just can't do it. And it's lyrics like that, man, that speak to what I've been trying to say here about this song being the song that really, really exemplifies where he was at when they were making this album, man. That was just beautiful. The lyrics in this song were amazing to me. Yeah. Very well written song, very well played song. And this is a song that I know that I'm gonna have to be in the right mood for, but it doesn't make it any less stellar than some of the other offerings. True. It just means that I'm gonna have to be in a different type of mindset to really take in. You know what I mean? It's a song that you have to take in. Great song.
Another song, man, that is great. And as you said, George, it kind of like picked up momentum, and I just was, as it kept playing, I was like, wow, this is actually really done really well.
Right?
And I'm like, man, this sounds really good.
Yeah.
And I didn't start off that way.
Yeah, man.
I didn't start off that way. So yeah, man. Yeah.
The back and forth of the choruses, we noticed that, right? The sort of layering of Lane's vocals with, I think, Jerry doing the background vocals. We noticed that element. Then we noticed the solo at the end with Jerry to carry us home. Come on, man. We out here, man.
We 2 for 2.
2 for 2, man. Let's keep it going. Let's get some other albums in there, man. We're not opposed to Jar of Flies. We're not opposed to new stuff. Absent of Lane, even though Lane is that dude, though, right?
Yeah, he is.
He's that dude. Let's keep it real.
I'm telling you.
So that's the interview, guys. If you enjoyed that, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also, guys, check out our Patreon channel if you're interested. It will allow you to get exclusive access to our content. The link for that will be in the description. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost to Vegas.
We out.